Hi, my name's Leona from Supra Conscioussoul, and this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't matter when you see this reading, when you're supposed to see it is the right time. And this is about how to kind of manage yourself within a toxic relationship, how to start trying to move away from it. Really, the ultimate moving away would be to completely cut ties with toxic relationships, with narcissistic relationships, yeah? However, it's not always that easy because sometimes you get all tied up into it. So, I get a lot of emails from people about these kind of relationships, and without being able to help each one indirectly, I thought I'd do a reading and kind of see what things are being brought up and how to kind of deal with this situation, how to kind of detach yourself from this situation. And we have this first card, which is 50, and it's no place like home, yeah? But it's in reverse. So this is quite interesting because this is saying that sometimes we stick to what is familiar, we stick to what we know, and sometimes that isn't always the best thing. This card is asking you to start making choices that are unfamiliar, because why I say that is because it's like you get caught in a groove within a toxic relationship and you feel like you're making all the right choices, so you keep trying to push to make those right choices, but really there's this sense that somewhere along the line the choices have been skewed. So it could be in a sense of being in a codependent relationship, and it's like we've started to make our choices based on other people's reactions towards us, based on how they're wanting to kind of manage a situation. So we get caught up in making choices that are not necessarily the best choices for us. So what I'm saying by that is that it's about learning to make new choices, because the choices that you've been making aren't necessarily leading you down a correct path. It's asking you to open yourself up to new choices, yeah? Because just because we've been doing it all that time, it doesn't mean it's what's good for us. It's about opening yourself up to something new. So in a sense, it's like coming home to yourself, being at one with yourself, because there's a sense of disconnect. It's like you're not feeling like you're at home within yourself. It's like you're feeling like you could be adapting to other people, yeah? It's asking you to start making choices that are new, yeah? We also have the Nine of Cups. Now, this is the wish card. However, the Nine of Cups looks great on the surface. However, we don't know what's been tucked underneath that curtain there. We don't know what's being pushed out. And to get to the Ten of Cups, it's about allowing ourselves to see beyond that curtain, to see what's not right in order to get to that 10, in order to get to that emotional fulfillment. It's almost like it looks really good, but at the same time, it's not nourishing you fully, yeah? It's that sense of there's a cup missing, there's something missing. So the Nine of Cups, it's also about learning how to be a little bit more selfish within this relationship, learning how to focus on your needs within the relationship, not necessarily seeking that external validation. We also had the Ace of Wands. This is about feeling like there's something bursting inside us. This is like the passion inside us. This is like that urge. This is when your blood is up. This is like the go, go, go card. This is setting that intention. It's also, when I see this card, it's about a decree. It's about a decree to stand for what you want to stand for, to stand in your own intention. This is about, it's like this is the magician's wand. This is what you can, how you can take back your power in a sense, yeah? It's also about focusing your clarity, focusing your intent, cutting the psychic cords in a situation, as well as victory coming from your focus, your new focus. This is like, these are new beginnings. So it's new beginnings in terms of opportunities coming in, being open to those new opportunities where before you might have been closed because you're trying to probably balance a situation as opposed to finding your own focus. Sometimes when we're in these relationships, it can feel like we're just going around and around in circles. Nothing gets solved. There's this sense of exhaustion. There's this sense of depression. And what that is because, in a sense, where it's like we're taken over by somebody else's vibration. We're taken over by somebody else's control when we're in toxic relationships. It's like we want to please them, but we're in doing that, it's like we take away from ourselves, because it's like we're constantly seeking this validation from them. We're constantly seeking their approval in just the little tasks, the everyday tasks in life. And there needs to be that balance, yeah? A lot of this comes from the fact that we could have been hurt as children. We could have been hurt as children. There's a need for inner child work. There's a need for, maybe we didn't get that as a child. Maybe we didn't. It's like we're staying in troubled water, and it's like the cards are asking you to move away from that troubled water, to allow yourself that space to detach mentally. Yeah, allowing that space where you can now create your own mental thoughts, as opposed to being overrun with this situation where you feel like you're just going around in circles mentally. The Page of Pentacles is also asking you to start observing the process of what's going around you. He collects information, he collects data. Just start to notice the patterns, just start to notice what is going on around you. This is also, it's about learning about yourself with this card as well. It's about finding that new new way of doing something. He's this student. He's finding a new way to gain stability as well. It's like, it's also talks about somebody who kind of finds an object but doesn't realize the value in it. So to me, it's saying that you need to start realizing the value within yourself, and it's this young energy that's trying to get more grounded, that's trying to get more focused, because you are blessed. And it's about remembering that we all came here in our own mission. We didn't all come here we wasn't put here to be in somebody else's vibration. This is talking about raising your vibration, yeah? It's about allowing you, trying to get control of all of those thoughts. It's about meditation. It's about creating a place of stillness, a place of balance, so that you can then raise your vibration. So what I mean by that is, when you find yourself caught in these processes, when you observe and you find yourself caught in these processes, when you start to realize the value within yourself, yeah, it's asking you just to kind of move away from all of that chatter, that mental thoughts that are getting you going round, and then they multiply to the 9, yeah? And it feels like you're always trying to stand on higher ground. You're always defending yourself. You're always defending that need to be on the higher ground, yeah? It's asking you to take time to still your mind and to realize that just to start, we are in control of what we fill our mind in. This is also 22, so it's yin and yang. It's getting that balance of masculine and feminine in order. It's getting that balance where you can then start to raise your vibration, yeah? It's asking you to not get involved in the hostility. So the power in this card, this breaks down to 8. is about not getting involved in the hostilities, detachment. In a sense, it's almost like not giving somebody else that validation that we could have been seeking. So it's about not giving them that validation that they've hurt you, or it's about breaking a cycle. Yeah, it's about you then starting to choose peace, which would be through the meditation, which would be through the detachment, yeah, and start to focus upon your own strengths, yeah. This is when you, and a part of that strength is being able to raise our vibration when we are in a negative situation, being able to challenge things in a different way, being able to realize that we're blessed. It's also about getting connected back to self again, realizing that a lot of these codependencies as well, it's like we pick up as children, yeah, and there's a lot of healing that needs to be going on with that. There's a lot of healing because we need to start validating ourselves. We need to start walking away from any kind of relationships that are not serving us or are harmful to us. It's about seeing that there's something better around the corner. It's about not putting all of your emotional, it's eggs in one basket, so to speak. It's about getting strength, and the way to do that is to not get involved in the hostilities. It's also about reaching out to your community, reaching out to those people around you that can help you, reaching out to others, maybe having that communication with somebody else or with others in order to get that help. It's also saying that you need to kind of focus your intent and your direction. You need to become the magician in this situation, yeah. So focusing upon your strengths, it's getting yourself to that place in meditation. It's about raising your vibration. Find ways to raise your vibration. It's because a lot of the time when we're in controlling relationships, it's like mentally they are controlling us, and that begins to take over your vibrations. So the biggest thing we can do is move away from these thoughts into much calmer water, and that would be to still the mind, yeah, and then raise it in the vibration that we want to raise it in, as opposed to being surrounded by others. It's something that we have to kind of keep building at though, because with the Page of Pentacles, when he's going out seeking this data, when he's going out and he's realizing what he's found and the value in it, yeah, it gives him that new passion and that new strength to defend himself in a different way. And then we have this harvest. And now with me, this harvest is about putting back into yourself, because it's the Pentacles. It's not just about money. It's also about investing in the self. And it's about, you see, he's got this one pentacle here. It's about setting new foundations, new programs, new thoughts, new energy into yourself in order to build yourself, until you can get to that point where you can get away safely, which is why the cards are definitely saying to not get involved in any fights, because in a way, this is the middle row, and when we've got these battles, yeah, it's like it's keeping us in this cycle. Our old wounds are keeping us locked in this cycle where we're feeling depressed, we're feeling guilty. It's like they can make you feel guilty about doing something wrong. Oh, dinner could have been done a bit better, or something like that. And it's like those little thoughts, or you'll never find nobody better than me, you'll never find nobody like me. And it's like removing yourself from those thoughts, choosing peace, focusing on your strengths, raising your vibration and clearing your mind until you can get to a place where you can leave that. Take care, stay blessed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.